Empires in Dust is a channel dedicated to exploring lost civilizations and ancient cultures. The channel focuses on archaeology to provide insights into these historical subjects. It aims to produce accurate historical documentaries based on factual evidence, avoiding myths and exaggerations. The channel presents content through brief clips of archaeological sites. Artifact displays highlight the research and dedication involved. The focus is on uncovering the true history of ancient societies. Viewers are encouraged to subscribe to Empires in Dust. The channel focuses on exploring the foundations of human civilization. It provides accurate historical documentaries and archaeological insights.
The Olmec civilization flourished in the Gulf Coast region of present-day Mexico. This area primarily encompasses the modern-day Mexican states of Veracruz and Tabasco. The Olmec civilization thrived in this heartland between 1200 and 400 BCE. The Olmec civilization existed from approximately 1200 to 400 BCE. The Maya and Aztec civilizations emerged later in Mesoamerica. The Olmecs are recognized as the earliest major civilization in Mesoamerica. The Olmec civilization is recognized as a foundational culture in Mesoamerica. Historians emphasize the Olmecs' significant influence on later Mesoamerican societies. The Olmec civilization laid the groundwork for subsequent cultural developments in the region. The Olmecs are significant due to their influence on later Mesoamerican civilizations. Their innovations shaped power structures in the ancient Americas. They also influenced religion and artistic expression in subsequent cultures. Olmec social structures featured hierarchical systems. Centralized governance was a key aspect of Olmec society. Olmec organizational principles influenced later Mesoamerican societies. Olmec artistic styles and religious iconography significantly influenced later Mesoamerican cultures. Cultures like the Maya and Aztec adopted and adapted Olmec motifs, including colossal heads. These artistic and symbolic legacies are evident in later Mesoamerican art and religious practices.
The Olmec heartland is characterized by a network of rivers and wetlands. These waterways were crucial for irrigation, enabling consistent agricultural practices. The rivers also served as important transportation routes, facilitating trade and communication. The Olmec civilization thrived due to the fertile soil in their heartland. Intensive agriculture, including maize, beans, and squash cultivation, was practiced. This agricultural abundance led to a stable food supply, supporting population growth and settlement. The Olmec civilization utilized rivers as key trade routes. Rivers facilitated the transport of goods and resources throughout their territory. This extensive trade network boosted the Olmec economy and expanded their cultural influence.
San Lorenzo was a key Olmec center with a planned layout. The layout was specifically designed for ceremonial and political functions. Its architecture included zones for rituals and governance, reflecting a structured society. La Venta was a key Olmec center, characterized by monumental constructions. Pyramids and plazas served as settings for public ceremonies. These structures also functioned as displays of political power, reflecting advanced engineering. Tres Zapotes exhibits a well-defined urban layout, integrating public spaces with residential sectors. The spatial arrangement indicates a hierarchical social structure with distinct zones for different classes. This organization supported Tres Zapotes' function as a central political and ceremonial center. Olmec society was characterized by a hierarchical social structure. An elite class occupied the highest position within this hierarchy. These elites held significant power, overseeing religious ceremonies and political governance. Religious rituals were centrally managed by the Olmec elite. This control reinforced their authority and influence over the populace. This solidified their position in the social hierarchy. The Olmec civilization featured a social structure dominated by an elite class. This hierarchical model profoundly influenced later Mesoamerican societies. Subsequent civilizations adopted and modified similar systems of elite control. The Olmecs faced significant challenges in extracting basalt due to the stone's massive size and hardness. Quarrying basalt was a labor-intensive process that required specialized tools and techniques. The scale of the basalt boulders at the quarry site underscores the complexity of Olmec stone extraction. Massive stones were transported using log rollers and manpower. This method demonstrates the logistical ingenuity required for long-distance movement. Environmental obstacles were overcome during the transportation process. Archaeological dig sites reveal colossal heads, indicating advanced civilization. Distinct facial features and headdresses suggest representations of individual rulers. The scale of the heads underscores their imposing presence and symbolic power. Olmec artisans extracted stone blocks from quarries using levers and stone hammers. They exploited natural fractures in the rock to facilitate the splitting process. Teams coordinated strikes to split the stone along desired lines, showcasing material knowledge and dexterity. The Olmecs employed log rollers to transport colossal stone heads across diverse terrains. Ropes were used to secure the stone heads, ensuring stability during movement. Laborers coordinated their efforts to pull and guide the monuments, demonstrating advanced route planning and manpower. Constructing colossal monuments required sophisticated methods such as ramps and levers. Organized teams collaborated to lift and maneuver massive stone blocks. The precise placement of these stones onto prepared platforms demonstrates advanced engineering and complex social organization.
Olmec sculptures, especially colossal heads, likely depict powerful rulers or deities. These massive stone carvings showcase advanced artistic skill and convey authority through size and detail. The unique Olmec style established a foundation for later Mesoamerican art. Olmec carvings on stelae and altars depict religious rituals. These carvings also represent mythological figures and historical events. The intricate designs and symbolic elements reveal a complex Olmec worldview and social structures. Olmec jade objects, such as masks and pendants, were prized for their spiritual significance. Jade's scarcity and resilience elevated it to a symbol of status and authority within Olmec society. These artifacts demonstrate the Olmec's artistic skill and deep knowledge of materials and craftsmanship.
The Olmec religious system was deeply connected to the natural world. The jungle environment played a significant role in Olmec religious practices. Mountains, caves, and water sources were considered sacred sites by the Olmecs. Animals held significant religious importance for the Olmec civilization. The jaguar, serpent, and eagle were frequently depicted in Olmec art and iconography. These animals symbolized power, fertility, and spiritual connection within Olmec religious rituals and beliefs. Many religious concepts in later Mesoamerican civilizations originated with the Olmecs. The feathered serpent deity is one religious concept derived from the Olmecs. The Olmecs also influenced the importance of maize in religious ceremonies and pyramid construction. The Olmec civilization prominently featured the jaguar motif in its art and culture. This motif was closely associated with Olmec rulers and deities, signifying power. Olmec art often depicts human jaguar transformations, symbolizing spiritual leadership and supernatural entities. The Maya incorporated the jaguar symbol into their cosmology and royal iconography. Jaguar imagery on temple murals signified the strength and authority of kings. Mayan rulers often used the title Balam, jaguar, to assert their divine right. In Aztec culture, the jaguar symbolized war, sacrifice, and elite warriors. Aztec art depicts jaguars with unique markings and ceremonial clothing. The jaguar's symbolism was vital for cosmic balance and societal order. The Olmec civilization established extensive trade networks throughout Mesoamerica. These trade routes facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas across different regions. The Olmec heartland served as the central point from which these trade routes extended. Resource extraction sites, such as jade mines and obsidian quarries, are locations where raw materials are obtained. The extraction process involves significant labor to acquire these valuable goods. These extracted resources are essential components in trade and commerce. Olmec trade centers facilitated the exchange of various goods. Ceramics, jade ornaments, and obsidian tools were among the products traded. This variety highlights the diverse economic activity within the Olmec civilization. The Olmec civilization relied on the cultivation of staple crops for sustenance. Key crops included maize, beans, and squash, forming the basis of their diet. This stable food supply supported population growth and facilitated the development of complex social structures. The Olmecs employed stone tools for essential activities. These tools supported farming, construction, and crafting endeavors. Olmec stone tools represent an early technological adaptation. The Olmecs lived in organized communities, suggesting social and political structure. This organization enabled cooperation and efficient resource management. It also fostered the development of cultural practices, influencing later Mesoamerican societies.
Olmec artifacts display early symbols and glyph-like markings. These markings suggest experimentation with visual symbolic representation. The symbols on pottery and stone carvings indicate efforts to visually codify information. Mesoamerican calendar systems may have origins or influences from Olmec culture. These calendars feature complex cyclical structures with multiple interlocking cycles. This complexity suggests early Olmec astronomical observations and mathematical advancements. Olmec artifacts reveal symbols that predate later Mesoamerican writing systems. These Olmec symbols do not constitute a fully consistent or decipherable script. This distinguishes them from fully developed writing systems like those of the Maya.
Olmec ceremonial centers were central to their communities. These centers featured monumental architecture, including pyramids and plazas. They served as places of worship, administrative hubs, and social centers. Olmec iconography is defined by distinctive motifs, including the were-jaguar and ruler depictions. These symbols were prominently featured in Olmec art, serving as a means of communication. Olmec iconography was integral to their religious and political life, conveying complex ideas visually. Olmec ritual practices were integral to their religious beliefs and social structure. These rituals frequently involved engagement with the natural environment. The purpose of these practices was to uphold cosmic equilibrium and secure community prosperity. The Olmec civilization represents a foundational culture in Mesoamerica. Key aspects of Olmec culture include their unique artistic style and religious practices. The Olmecs are also noted for their significant architectural achievements. The Zapotec civilization demonstrates notable influences from the Olmec culture. These influences are evident in Zapotec art, architecture, and religious beliefs. The Zapotecs adapted and integrated Olmec cultural elements into their own society. The Aztec civilization adopted cultural traits from the Olmecs. This adoption demonstrates the Olmecs' continued influence. The Olmecs had a long-lasting impact on Mesoamerican culture and history. Around 400 BCE, major Olmec centers experienced abandonment. The abandonment occurred gradually over time. This suggests a systemic decline rather than a sudden catastrophic event. Environmental shifts, such as altered river courses, could disrupt Olmec agriculture. Prolonged droughts may have significantly reduced agricultural productivity. Resource scarcity and social instability could result from these agricultural challenges. Political shifts and internal conflicts may have weakened the Olmec leadership. The rise of competing power centers could have further undermined centralized authority. These factors potentially contributed to the fragmentation and decline of the Olmec civilization. Archaeological excavations continually reveal Olmec sites. This reinforces their recognition as a foundational civilization. Excavations offer concrete evidence of Olmec societal structures and technological skills. Modern scientific techniques are used to analyze Olmec artifacts. This analysis provides insights into Olmec daily life, trade, and art. Pottery, tools, and monuments yield a detailed understanding of Olmec cultural practices. Archaeologists synthesize data from Olmec sites to understand their impact on Mesoamerica. The research focuses on Olmec innovations in agriculture and urban planning. Comparative studies also highlight the Olmec's influence on religious symbolism in later cultures.
Olmec art, featuring colossal heads and jaguar depictions, profoundly impacted Mesoamerican art. Olmec symbols and motifs were adopted by the Maya and Aztec civilizations. The Olmec emphasis on animals as symbols of power shaped religious iconography in Mesoamerica. Olmec religious practices involved the worship of deities linked to agriculture and fertility. Olmec creation myths and cosmological beliefs significantly shaped later Mesoamerican pantheon. Ritualistic practices like offerings and ceremonies were adopted and adapted by later civilizations, showing continuous spiritual traditions. The Olmec civilization developed complex social structures and governance systems. This included the rise of elite classes and a centralized authority. Their monumental architecture served as a display of power, influencing later Mesoamerican societies.
The Olmec heartland served as the origin point for a distinct artistic style. Olmec artistic styles, including colossal heads and unique iconography, spread to other Mesoamerican regions. This dissemination influenced the artistic development of other cultures in Mesoamerica. The Olmec civilization significantly influenced the religious landscape of Mesoamerica. Olmec religious concepts, including deity representations, spread across the region. Ceremonial centers and religious artifacts demonstrate the Olmec's lasting impact on later civilizations' spiritual beliefs. Mesoamerican societies, such as the Olmec, were structured around a distinct social hierarchy. This social model significantly influenced the development of later Mesoamerican civilizations. The influence is particularly evident in governance and community planning strategies.